Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, June 29th, 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to this podcast, welcome. And please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com. It's all about my work, and the schedule appointment button is on every page. I'm also on Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. I'm on Facebook under my business page, Lisa M. Hopp, Spiritual Coach and Medium. And I'm just welcome you on this podcast. If you're on YouTube and you connect, please like, subscribe, and share. And I know I'm on other platforms as well. And I thank everyone who listens so much. It matters to me more than you know. So today's topic, you need the element of faith. And what I'm talking about with faith is not just belief in it's going to work out. It is really faith in your connection with Source, with God, with universe. However, whatever form of superpower you call through your faith, you need that connection. You need that element. We are taught, and I've spoken about it before, about energy, and how we are all energy, and we're all connected to energy, and the energy we put out is what we get back. What you focus on expands, so you always want to watch your feelings, especially, most of all. If you're feeling rich, you have to become rich. If you're feeling healthy, your results will show health eventually. If you are feeling love for others, love will come back to you multiplied. But the faith that I'm talking about today is not just that. It's really the faith that is honoring, using the natural laws of the universe. The law of vibration, the law of attraction. There's the law of love, vibration. Did I say that? I'm not sure. The law of compensation. There are natural laws just like the law of gravity for this earth. And why you're standing or sitting right now is because of that natural law. And they're all, of course, energetically based. So when you attach into those laws through faith, through service, through understanding you're one, the laws have to compensate you. Now let's discuss the law of compensation. And these great laws were taught by Neville Goddard, by Joseph Murphy, by Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor? Yes. There are teachers, Florence Scovel Shinn. I almost feel like she raised up her hand like, include me. So the law of compensation means that when you want to be wealthy, it's about abundance. It doesn't even have to be about money. What you want, you also have to give in, even before you ask for it. You have to say, I want this, but this is what I'm going to give in return. And it has to be connected. So let's bring up the lottery, for instance. There are many that want to win the lottery. It's easy. You don't have to work for it. All your issues in your mind are solved. You have a better life overnight. All of that. Lottery winners think when they play. But the thing is that those who win not only are aligned with becoming wealthy at all, they're aligned with the channel, and the universe uses the channel of the lottery, but in some way they also have to be a part of the law of compensation. It's not just show me the money. It's this is what I am fully going to do when I'm wealthy, whether it be start a shelter or by the way, you don't have to do this I want to say you can't fake it. You can't talk the universe into giving you a lottery win because you promised to be good to others. There has to be this intention, this I'm doing it anyway, before I even have the wealth. All right, I'm doing this anyway. This is a part of who I am. There has to be a internal alignment. And then the channel of the lottery is used. Right? So even if it's momentary, even if it ends up being temporary, the law of compensation, if you don't use the law of compensation, then you'll lose it all. Even if you align with it, you'll lose it all. So it's so very important that what you put out, when you ask for what you want back, you're also saying and feeling and affirming and claiming, this is what I put out. So Bob Proctor loved to say this, an important part of his teachings. I am so happy and grateful now that I have this. And then at the end of his statement, he puts out, and this is what I give in return. I am so happy and grateful. Let's use a simplified statement. I am so happy and grateful to receive $1 million. And I am serving mankind through programs. And as specific as possible on the end of that. So you are affirming that you are going to do a higher good, a higher form of giving through what you're asking the universe for. Because the universe is like, okay, I'll give you that. As long as you align with it. Sorry, I had a little bit groggy today in the throat. I apologize. So affirming it, aligning with it, feeling it, excited for it, you align with it. You do not get what you want, what you ask for, what you affirm, what you claim, if you feel lack, if you want it to be one-sided, if you want it to just fix your ills. That is one-sided. There has to be a partnership of faith-based matters with what you're asking for. It has to be using that higher energy when you ask. Because the universe is ready to give you whatever you want, whether it is from a place of need and giving that to you consistently, or a place of abundance in some way. So again, what we put out, we get back. So again, you don't have to earn it. You don't have to negotiate with the universe. It has to be pure and honest and good intention. But yes, it is necessary to understand that the natural laws do require that you put out there, affirm what you're giving in return for what you're asking for. And so that is faith-based. It is necessary. For me, when I affirm, it's for healing and transformational services. And so for you, it can be anything. It's whatever your good intentions are. Don't rack your brain about it. It's whatever your good intentions are. And so it's always been that way. But we don't realize it. Because we'll see people that we would judge as not being the best people being wealthy. Or, getting what they want. They get what they want, and they're not even good people. Well, we should try not to judge. But in some way, if they're not, I'm telling you, if they're not good people, they will not be able to hold on to what they have. Because those natural laws are too incorporated. So I used this example the other day. And this is a simplified example. It is not, it's what I just said segues into this. Because Jeff Bezos, who's having a big birthday, or not birthday, a wedding this weekend. he's not really known for treating his employees the best. However, he is a billionaire. Why is he a billionaire? Because he used the natural laws, the laws of compensation, to say or to feel, I would like this wealth, and in return, I'm going to provide a service that serves billions of people. Literally, you can order up in the next day. Most of the time, you get it at your doorstep. So his service was larger in the help of mankind. So he got larger compensation back. The smaller your compensation is, the smaller you get it back. It's not about how great you are inside. Now, there's, what you put out, you get back. And we don't know his life, no matter how much he is photographed or followed, we don't know fully. So we don't know the inside job. But a simplified version is when you are saying, I want this, and I'm going to provide this, the larger it is, the larger of the compensation that comes into you. So billionaires go with larger ideas. But again, they prosper more. They do prosper more if they're better people. They do, right? And so that's important to keep in mind. Now, does that mean that you have come up with a huge idea? No. It's whatever you're ready for, what's ever comfortable for you. But it's the same with abundance in any way. It doesn't have to be wealth, but wealth is the most simplest example. And with what most people have in their minds. But it goes over to health. It goes over to love. So for instance, if you are so happy and grateful now to be in perfect health, what's your compensation? Are you going, well, first off, you have to be interactive. You can't just say, give it to me. Are you watching what you eat? Do you have an active program in some way? There have to be interchanges as well that are what new you would do, having that gift to you, that blessing. What's new perfect health you look like in any way. So you implement that in some way. But also, what would you do with that new health for others? Are you walking in marathons for charities more? Are you giving more to a food bank in some way? So again, it's what is prosperous you doing to help prosperity of others? Are you doing a blog about your experience? That is all serving. And so it is about what I do that makes not only my life better, but the lives of others too. Now, faith, of course, is believing in that higher energy, that larger energy, that the law of love, and I've spoken about this before with mind-heart cohesion. Love is the answer to everything, the cure to everything. Jesus wouldn't have been able to heal without feeling love. He used higher source, higher love. So that cures instantaneously. It's the kind of love you feel that makes you cry with joy, that you're moved so much. Then you know, that's it. You've got it. And it can be acquired through meditation, but just in the moment, being in the moment and getting in there and really feeling that love in the moment, but even off of a memory. And welling it up, and then you know that you have what you need to cure and to receive. And so very important to understand that Because what you put out again is what is returned. So when you put out anger, when you put out rage, when you put out victimhood, it's going to be returned to you in cycles. Notice your life, because I'm always working on myself, my own project. And I've noticed repetitiveness. And I went, whoa. And because when you live with it, when you live with repetitiveness, you don't always notice it, or it's just, you kind of analyze it with your head more than anywhere else, not with your gut, not, in any other way. But I just noticed repetitiveness in my life that's been there for years, decades. And I was like, wow, I was attracting the same type of energy to me over and over again. And then you go to why. But what in my case, it was because it's what I was taught to be used to. It's my programming. I grew up with it. And so notice that of what you are receiving. Is it what you put out? Is it your programming? And then you go at it. For me, it was like, oh no, not anymore. Not going to have it. More than enough. So very important to keep that in mind, because we walk around in a comfort level of discomfort of what we're used to. And we think, oh, it's normal. It's natural. But it only has to be normal and natural if it's what you want. So ask yourself, is this what I want? Is this happy for me? And if not, you go about changing it, even if it gets uncomfortable, because it involves perhaps family or job relationship. Even if it gets uncomfortable, go at it with change, because then you've changed your life for the better. And what's coming into you is better, happier, more powerful in a positive way. So keep a track on that, all right? But for today, faith. It's getting into that higher elements. And yes, faith-based is good. It is good to thank God. It is good to always say thank you. It is good to talk to your angels. It's good to talk to your departed loved ones and your spirit guides. That's a place of faith too. That is not for everyone a necessary element, but gratitude is. Meaning you don't have to go with religious figures or angels, but it is good to acknowledge the universal energy and to have gratitude, to say thank you, to feel thank you. That is necessary, because the more gratitude you have, again, the better off your life will be. So important. And why I wanted to talk about faith this week is because I've recently come across a couple of successful people, very happy people, that have used faith in their life coaching. And I just it's, how you get like ahas. It's like, of course, I'm a person of faith, but sometimes life coaches, sometimes mentors, especially when it comes to money, they're all about selling. They're all about, they're more secular. But these particular mentors are about the faith. And it's lovely, because I'm about the faith. So I find that I am in alignment with them, and it's very important. And since it popped up so strongly this week, I thought it was an important topic for all of you. Now again, you can be atheist, but still thank the energy source. It doesn't have to be about religion. But if you are a person who feels comfortable with religion, then yes, understand that even if you believe in God and Jesus and Blessed Mother Mary, there is still a need. There's still laws of the universe. There's still that natural source. There's still the law of compensation, the law of vibration. But you can help them, or you can ask them to help you along the journey. It's very important. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's a shorter podcast. I'll share with you, yesterday was my birthday, so that's why I'm a little bit groggy in the throat today. It was a very, 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 very good one. And I want to tell you about the laws of compensation, all right? And some of you who, I don't know, like fully if all of my personal connections listen, but I gave a party that was for my birthday, but it was really for others. And I said, no gifts. And I meant it. No gifts. No, don't bring anything with you. Just let me host you. Well, you know what happened, right? They all showed up with these beautiful gifts. And it was just the best day. And so that wasn't what I intended. But what I put out, I got back multiplied. And they were thanking me for having them. And just generosity pouring towards me. And I know that if I had had a party to get, it wouldn't have turned out that way. It maybe would have been a disappointment. And so, see, what you put out, you get back. The more generous, the more generosity comes towards you. So keep that in mind. Have a great week. Stay cool, because it's very hot here. Notice the blessings. Be grateful for them. And I'll talk to you next time.